Restore your health, be renewed. You gotta take control to see a breakthrough. You're only one step away from a life made better. A life made better. A life made better.
Greetings to all of our dedicated listeners to the Restore Your Health podcast, episode 30. I'm your host, Laronda. This week, we'll discuss the updates to COVID-19, Omicron, and news of the possible new variant, Deltacron. We'll also talk about health and wellness, natural supplements, and the 6 best herbs to stock up on. I'd like to start with a little inspiration. This comes from the poem by Mother Teresa. And it reads like this. Do it anyway. People are often unreasonable, illogical, and self-centered. Forgive them anyway. If you are kind, people may excuse you of selfish, ulterior motives. Be kind anyway. If you are successful, you will win false friends and true enemies. Succeed anyway. If you are honest and frank, people may cheat you. Be honest anyway. What you spend years building, someone could destroy overnight. Build anyway. If you find serenity and happiness, they may be jealous. Be happy anyway. The good you do today, people will often forget tomorrow. Do it anyway, by Mother Teresa. Wow. Give the world your best, people. This is a very, very true saying in a poem that Mother Teresa wrote. Oftentimes you may do things that are, they are good things, and people may forget all the good things you've done for them. But that shouldn't stop you from continuing to do good, right? Just because someone may be jealous or envious of what you have, and they may not understand how you got what you got or how hard you worked to get there, they just see where you are right now and they want it, and they are envious because they don't have it. And they do vindictive things to try to get what you have or to try to destroy your life because they see that you're happy, that you have accomplished great wealth. You've accomplished a lot over your life. Don't let the opinions of someone else stop you from doing what you were called to do. Do it anyway. And you're not living for their opinion. Right? And then, Mother Teresa in her poem, this poem, it gives the world the best you have. You may not have as much as the next person have, but give the world your best, okay? Give the world your best. You've got to give the world your best. The world haven't seen what you have to offer. So do it anyway. Like Mother Teresa says, you see, in the final analysis, it is between you and God. It was never between you and them anyway. Wow. So I'm still reading into the poem and talking to you because this poem is just so real. Oftentimes we as people, we can be so self-centered and so selfish, thinking about ourselves all the time, thinking that it's all about you, never looking at someone else and offering, to do something for someone else or to help someone else out. The gist of what I've gotten out of this poem is that you're going to always have a frenemy or an enemy or someone who's not happy with what you're doing in your life. But it's not about them. It's nobody else's business what you do with your life. It's between you and God. It's not between them anyway, right? It's between you and God. What did He ordain for you? What did He purpose you? Who did He call you to be? You have to know who you are in Christ and not allow anyone to deter you off of that. You have to be confident in who you are and what your purpose is. You have to have a laser focus, vision to see what you need to do and not worry about the naysayers. Listen, someone's going to always have an opinion about you. And it's so true. If you look at some of the most successful people on this earth, they all have what we call frenemies or enemies or envious people who say vindictive things about them that most of the time is not true. But, they form all, these opinions about them based on what they see on the outside because they see that they're successful. They may have a big home, a nice car, or several cars, a nice job, good, they may have all of it, beautiful, handsome. They may have everything, the whole package, right? And then They look at themselves and say, well, I don't have what they have, and I don't have this, and I don't have that. But they always, forget what they do have. They forget to count their own blessings, to look at what you have and be thankful for what you have and build. If that's somebody that you look at and you aspire to be like them, and you want to be great like them, if it's a mentor or someone you look up to, or someone you just aspire to be like, shall I say, you aspire to be like, then find out how they did what they did, and then build your own, become you. You can only be you. There's only one you. You can only be uniquely you, right? You can't be a copy of anyone else. Be organic and unique. Be yourself. Be who God called you to be. Build anyway. Be great anyway, because it was never about them anyway, okay? It was all about you and God and the purpose and plan He's called you to be, to reach others in the earth, to do great things in the earth, to make your mark in this earth. That's what it's all about. And when I say, it's not about them anyway, I really do mean it. It's about you and God. You have to answer to one person, and that's God. And if you're married, then you're married, but you have to answer to God. And in the end, it's only going to be you and Him. He's going to say, well, what did you do with all the talents I gave you? What did you do with all the stuff I gave you? And you're going to say, oh, well, I looked at so-and-so, and because they were doing this, I was envious of them, but I gave you this. And he'll say, I gave you this talent, and I gave you that talent, and I gave you that talent. And what did you do with it? You did nothing with what I gave you. So we don't want to be like that, right? Stop looking at someone else and be great. Be great in every area of your life. Do what God has called you to do. Do it anyway. Do it anyway. Build anyway. Be great anyway. Be successful anyway. Be amazing anyway. Because God, His very Spirit, lives on the inside of you. And He's great anyway. He's amazing. Okay. He's awesome. We serve an awesome God. And because He's awesome, guess what? He's made you awesome. Yes. And I'm not saying that arrogantly. It's a genuine. I'm genuinely saying you were created by greatness. And because you were created by greatness, guess what? You are an offspring of greatness, and you yourself will be great as well. So with that saying, as Mother Teresa says, do it anyway. I hope that inspired someone today. I hope it gave you courage to do what you are designed to do, regardless of the opinions of others. You don't need the approval, to be great. You don't need anyone else's approval. You don't. Only God. And He's already approved of you. He said you were great. He said you were fearfully and wonderfully made. That's great, right? That's successful. So do it anyway. It's not about them anyway. What a wonderful poem this was. I often look for poems like this that really inspire you and that give you hope. And so I hope that this was one that really, really inspired you and gave you a little courage to just go on and do what God has called you to do. You don't have to wait on anyone else. Just do it anyway. All right. We often look for validation to confirm who we are, and we shouldn't do that. We don't need to do that. And I don't want you to do that. So be the best that you can be. You are a gift to this world. Please know that you are. And you are designed for greatness. The best gift that you could ever give yourself is dignity, something that no one or nothing or circumstance could ever take from you. People may talk about you. They may misunderstand you. It's okay. They may even accuse you of being or doing something contrary to what you're doing, contrary to your genuine character. You don't have to agree with that. It's only their opinion. Be great at whatever you put your hands to, whatever you put your mind to. And again, I say, as Mother Teresa says, do it anyway. All right. So let's go ahead and begin with healthy herbs to stock up on. So if you want to know what superpower herbs, here's a list of 6 best herbs for immunity and well-being. Number 1, we have echinacea. Echinacea not only builds the immune system, but it also helps to fight against potential viruses and threats to our health. It helps to guard against common colds like flu virus and the common cold. Next, we have garlic. Garlic is a natural blood cleanser. It helps the circulatory system, the heart health, and gut health. It's what I call the superpower herb, and it's known to protect the cardiovascular system. Number 3, ashwagandha, another great herb. It's extremely powerful to help protect, fight, and build the immune function. This herb improves the immune system, respiratory system, your cells, and establishes overall wellness. It's been used for centuries to promote healthy immunity. And then we have ginger root, one of my favorites. Ginger has various benefits. It's great for the circulatory system, healthy digestion, and supports the female reproductive system. Ginger has been used primarily for stomach problems, but can also help promote healthy stool and strengthen the walls of the stomach. This is helpful to reduce stomach cramps and PMS during that time of the month for women. Next, we have ginseng. This magical ancient herb has been used to protect and support the immune system. It helps to build against harmful viruses while boosting libido. Ginseng is also known to support the copulatory performance, infertility, and more. And then, last but not least, we have elderberry. Elderberry is an amazing herb with numerous benefits. It boosts the immune system and builds immune defenses against potential harmful viruses. Elderberry contains powerful minerals to help fight infections. It's been used for centuries as a natural antibiotic to treat infections, help guard against flu, colds, laxatives, sciatica, headaches, pain management. It improves complexions and it helps to heal burns and scars. It's still used in many, many parts of European regions in folk medicine. We also have magnesium. Okay, magnesium is an essential micro mineral to your overall health. You should be consuming at least 63% in your daily nutritional regimen. Healthy sources of magnesium may come from spinach, almonds, walnuts, peanuts, cashews, you name it. This will give you everything you need to fulfill your daily requirements of 100 grams that's recommended. This important mineral also plays a role in muscle contraction, nerve transmission, regulating the blood pressure and immunity. In addition, magnesium helps to build and support your immune function. It fights against flu, viruses, and rare diseases such as cancer. These herbs and minerals play an integral part and a role in your overall health and well-being, in which case needs to be implemented in your health regimen as a tool for longevity, vitality, and good health. Next, herbal supplements to complement these superpower herbs in building immunity, stamina, and longevity. So the first one we have on the list, you know it, guys, is Ninja Red Energy Drink. That Ninja Red, I tell you, Ninja Red is made with an abundance of antioxidants. It has more vitamin C than 10 oranges. This powerful supplement enhances your health by building and supporting immune cells, blood, and boosts immune function. It gives your body the strength and energy it needs to perform in tip-top shape. Next, we have Super C vitamins. They are packed with all the vitamin C you need to support your immune function, your health, and it helps you to run smoothly. It guards against colds, flus like viruses. It contains camu, arcello, cherry, and rosehip powder. It helps to build your powerful immune function. Super C vitamins, they also come in the Super C vitamin chewables, so you can get those too. And they easily dissolve really quickly into your system and give you what you need. Next, we have Super D vitamins. They help to protect the body's immune cells, respiratory system, and bone growth. They also help your hormone production, and they're vegan friendly. Yes, they're vitamin D vegan friendly tablets with premium essential oils. And then we have lastly the Inner Defense, another one that I really, really love. Inner Defense does just what it says. Inner Defense. It protects and guards against harmful viruses like bacteria, colds, flus, supports the respiratory health and your immune system. All right, next we'll talk a little bit about the COVID-19 updates. So if you guys want to get those, I'll give you the information at the end of our broadcast so that you can have that information where you can go and order those herbs, the herbal supplements that we talked about. All right. So next, let's go ahead and move right along. We're going to talk about what's new in the news with COVID-19, Omicron, and the new Delta Cron variant. So recently, researchers discovered that the new variant Delta Cron is not likely to exist. That's right. Experts have updated their warning that this variant is most likely non-existent. An official at the GISAID Attorney, Office of Washington, D.C., Cheryl Bennett says, after finding to conclude the lab data was under significant pressure to deliver data in a timely manner, as some of the data may be erroneous and due to contamination during lab testing. Scientist Dr. Leondios Krostrikis, a professor of the biological sciences at the University of Cyprus, reported that the variant was a combination of both Omicron and the Delta variants, posing the variant was a Delta-like genome with characteristics of the Omicron variant. The team made a statement that the Deltacron had been identified in 25 people hospitalized, with some in the community. Dr. Jeffrey Barrett, director of the COVID-19 Genomics Initiative at Wellcome Sanger Institute in the United Kingdom, believes the findings are due to a lab error. Therefore, this is most certainly not a biological recombinant of the Delta and Omicron lineages. Therefore, this is most certainly not a biological recombinant of the Delta and Omicron lineages, because the Omicron mutations are located precisely and exclusively in a section of the sequence encoding the spike gene, amino acids 51 and 143, affected by a technological artifact in certain sequences procedures. In addition, Dr. Tom Peacock, a virologist at Imperial College London in the UK, also dismissed the findings. He said, the Cypriot Deltacron sequences reported by several large media outlets look to be quite clearly contaminated. He also stated that it was not due to a poor laboratory practice, rather an incident that happens to every sequencing lab occasionally. Evolutionary evidence backs their comments, stating numerous experts said its Deltacron was truly a new recombinant variant. Samples would cluster on the same branch of SARS-CoV-2 phylogenetic tree. However, Deltacron appears on several branches randomly, which experts say is a sure sign of contamination. Wow. So good news, we don't have to worry about the new variant of the combination of both Omicron and Deltacron. That clears up a lot with that one. So if you had concerns, that really clears it up for us, okay? So let's find out, do symptoms really vary? While infections of Omicron variant of SARS-CoV-2 seem to continue spreading around the world, reports that symptoms in some respect differ from those of Delta variant infections. All data and statistics are based on publicly available data at the present time of publication. To find out more, visit Coronavirus Hub at Medical News Today /coronavirus. The best method to prevent infection with any SARS-CoV-2 variant is a multiple technique approach, explains Dr. David Cutler. I like to call this a Swiss cheese approach. He quotes, just like you need multiple layers of Swiss cheese so that you can't see any ham through the cheese holes in a sandwich, you need multiple types of protection to prevent COVID-19. No technique is 100% effective. However, mask, distancing, ventilation, vaccines, and avoiding ill people are all important. So keep that in mind. Just continue to do the protocol and you will be safe. Continue to stay vigilant and continue to follow our worldwide requirements. So on worldwide requirements are, if you are infected with the virus, stay in isolation for at least 5-day duration, up to 10 days, with using proper mask protocol. In addition, the CDC requires higher quality K9-945 or N945 masks as cases surge. Last week, the CDC issued a new mask mandate to meet President NIOSH requirements to help filter at least 95% airborne particles that are non-oil based. Surgical masks with N99 filters that has also been cleared with the FDA Food and Drug Administration and filters at least 99% of airborne particles and germs, which allows only 5% of these particles to penetrate through. You can find free KN945 and N945 masks with the filtering face piece respirator at your local pharmacy, clinical, medical center, medical care doctor's office, and specified locations for free starting this week. The limit is 3 masks per person with a 40-hour wear expiration. So if you're someone who goes out, work outside your home, then you're going to wear yours for a 40-hour straight duration. If you're at home, you can probably space out your wearing a little bit longer, because when you're at home, you really don't need it unless you're in with a lot of people, okay? Unless you're inside a place or inside your home with a lot of other people who you're not usually around on a day-to-day basis. But other than that, you can pretty much extend your expiration. But it's a 40-hour wear expiration. You can also buy them online at Home Depot, Kroger, Walmart, Amazon, Well Before, CVS, Honeywell, and Bonafide. Well, guys, that concludes this week of the Restore Your Health podcast. If you like this video, hit the subscribe button and share it with a friend. Until next week, have a great weekend. If you'd like to order my new book, Live, Sleep, and Eat Well, visit Amazon to get your copy today. You can also purchase all of the supplements we talked about today at myYL.com/Laronda-Dawson. Have a great weekend, everyone.
Restore your health, be renewed. You gotta take control to see a breakthrough. You're only one step away from a life